Makes you wanna go. Makes you wanna go. Na 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 na. Makes you wanna go.
Hey, everybody. How are you today? Come on, you guys.
Doing great.
Good. Okay, that's what we're about. We're upbeat. So listen, I want to thank, excuse all my viewers for watching Gab with Golden Bronze today. We really do appreciate it because we realize you could have picked any TV network and any station at any time to watch anybody. But you chose to come by and see what we're gabbing about, and we really, really do appreciate it. We have, guess what? A special guest today. We have a special guest host, Gigi. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm glad to be back here again.
All right. I appreciate your accepting the invitation. And we have a very special person. His name is, it is Mic Mountain. And I wanted to say Mick, but guess what? Everybody he says that. He is a vetted hip hop artist, Mic Mountain, hailing from Washington, D.C. He is announcing the release of his 7th full-length album, a triple. Is it
Piragua.
Piragua. The project serves as the 3rd chapter in the Piragua Anthrology. DJs, you don't want to miss out on this kaleidoscope of Puerto Rican rhythm, Puerto Rican rhymes laced with boom bap, reggaeton, and Latin trap. I like trap music. Mic Mountain enlists as an elite group of features for the album, including Thurston Howell, The Third Cycle, Les, Mr. Scratch Hook, and more. Each track resonates with the heartbeat of the streets of Puerto Rico and is a testament to the enduring power of culture, serving up authentic Puerto Rican flavor. Come embark on his musical odyssey. Mic Mountain. Thank you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
All right, Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself before we start asking you some questions. We want to know a little bit about you.
Okay. My name's Mic Mountain, or Michael Mountain. My real name's Michael Mountain. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area, Landover, Maryland, to be exact. I've been doing this for about 30-something years now.
Wow.
Since I was about 15 years old. I also do animations and graphics. That's what I do for a living. It's also a passion of mine as well. And I just love being a unique, creative, and authentic person.
That's awesome. Well, we sure thank you for coming by. Gab would go to Bronze. So tell us, how did you first get into hip hop?
As a kid, I listened to it. My older uncles were into hip hop. They were 7 years older than me, and they listened to hip hop, and I would be around them, and I would watch videos and listen to the music on the radio, and it influenced me. It was like, it was like it was go time whenever it came on. It was my theme music. So that's how it was. I came up listening to it as a kid.
Well, was there a defining moment when you knew that this was your path of life that you were going to take? Did something like happen to make you say, this is my life right here?
When I started writing, when I was 14, I started writing my own verses and trying to really go at it. I love hip hop so much that I wanted to do it myself, and I started writing, and then I started recording in studios and hearing my own voice. That pretty much was it for me.
That's good. That's good. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced when you started out, and how did you overcome them?
Getting respected in the game by people that I looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be myself at the same time. Be accepted by my peers and the guys that I looked up to. Finding out how to carry myself in the game, and how to navigate through and network with other people. That's social situations have been a big obstacle for me
Yeah.
in my early 20s, and just learning how to navigate through the social network of the rap game, and dealing with other rappers and musicians, and carrying myself, guarding my own reputation, and carrying myself and making impressions,
Yeah, I can imagine that would probably really be difficult in the beginning, trying to brand yourself and get that same respect from the people that you look up to, gaining your place in that industry. And it's hard enough as it is in the music industry, I imagine, Well, was there a time when you probably not, but this is a question we asked everybody. Was there a time where you almost quit, or you had to just really motivate yourself to keep going?
Yeah, there's been plenty of times where I wanted to give up. My music is my life, so there's been a few times where I wanted to give up life itself because the music thing wasn't working out. My life is my music is my purpose. My art and my music is my purpose. And when I was putting together my last album, Triple Piragua, right before it came out, I came to some complications, where some legal complication, where I was not able to put out the album at the time, and I was ready to quit. I was ready to throw it all away, including my life. So if it wasn't for my friends and my family,
Mike, one moment. We have to pay some bills. We'll be right back. All right, Mike, I'm sorry I interrupted you. We're back, and go ahead.
No, I was just saying that it was a time where I wanted to give up on life, and because the music thing wasn't working out, and the music thing is basically everything to me. It's like a child to me. It's like milestones in my life, accomplishments. Every album, and every album is like a child to me, because I don't have children and I don't have a family of my own that I started, or a wife, and the music is very, very important to me, just as much as if I had one, until I have one, So I'm very, very passionate about my music. So
All right. Well, we're going to play a little bit of it, and then after that, Gigi, you can ask a question or two if you'd like. Otherwise, I'll proceed. Okay. We're going to listen to some of his music, everyone. Here we go.
Mic Mountain, da su afro-caribeño, un otro gran éxito. Blow. Para toda mi gente de Piragua, tengo los sabores de Piragua, de todos los colores de Piragua. Tú sabes cuando traigo el flow es Piragua. Tenemos sabores, es Triple Piragua, muchos colores, como las flores, fresca y varian y having montones. Got ice and I flown it, with so many flavors that be on it. Passion fruit, mango cherry, you know that you want it. And so many colors, from red to blue to green to yellow. Mi favorito helado es piña mixed like con el hielo. It's so refreshing, thirst quenching, and so cold on hot
summer days we straight chillin', that's how we go.
Pa' toda mi gente, triple Piragua. Tengo los sabores, triple Piragua. De todos los colores, triple Piragua. Sabe cuando traigo el flow es Piragua. Pa' toda mi gente, triple Piragua. Si traigo los colores, triple Piragua. De los sabores, triple Piragua. Ay, si tú sabes cuando traigo el flow, Piragua.
Dime qué quiere, tenemos todo lo que necesite. This for the calle, or when you lounging on the beaches. El piragüero, he comes around in this season. Cualquier razones, you can have the street for any reason. Mix the coco with the mantecado, el respaldo granizado, como sea que lo diga el aro.
Hey, that's real nice. Now tell us what you
I
said.
like that.
I'm basically talking about piraguas, which is a shaved ice
Mm-hmm.
treat with different flavors added to it.
Mm-hmm.
To each snow cone. Sometimes it's grape, sometimes it's butterscotch, sometimes it's passion fruit, sometimes it's lime,
That sounds good.
fruit punch, lemon, pineapple, pina colada, all different types of flavors. It's shaved ice. It's called piraguas. It stands for a pyramid of water.
Mm-hmm.
And piramide, which is Spanish for pyramid, and agua, which is Spanish for water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's called piraguas together. Spell it like this.
Yes, Piragua.
And it's a favorite treat in the summertime. Year round in Puerto Rico it's given because it's pretty much always hot in Puerto Rico. So
Mm-hmm.
they serve it there all the time in Florida as well. And it's a great treat to give to kids and everybody of all ages. It's a refreshing, cool treat. And I'm just talking about it and different ways that you can have it. Sometimes if you're an adult, you might want to put rum in it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's for everybody, you know.
So I went to Puerto Rico. I think it was last October. And next time I go, I like Puerto Rico. I
Yeah.
think I'll ask for Piragua. Is that how you said Piragua?
Piragua.
Piragua, that's right.
Piragua.
Yes. Yeah,
Piragua.
I'll ask for one. Go ahead, Gigi.
Yes, I've had piragua before. I don't know. It was from a Puerto Rican ice cream place, like a dessert place, but it may not have been authentic, but they called it piragua. So I know what piragua is, and it's
Right.
delicious. I do have a question about your Hakeem Green, the Elohim of Boot Camp Click. What inspired that song?
Oh, those are two different people, Hakeem Green, and then there's Supreme the Elohim. Those are two different people.
Okay, they're just people. They're not songs.
No, those are two different artists that I work with, and I've done songs with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the way I picked it up, it sounded like a song. So is that the Boot Camp Click? That's what you call the Boot Camp Click?
Yeah, Supreme the Elohim from the Boot Camp Click. It's
Okay.
an organization of different rappers from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been a big name since the 90s. And Hakeem Green is one half of a group called Channel Live that was brought out by KRS-One from the Boogie Down Productions.
I'm familiar with Boogie Down.
So those are two different guys, but I've done songs with both of them, and they were pretty successful songs. Actually, those two guys were the first two guys to actually give me my my official features by actual rappers who have been signed to labels and were in the business.
Great. Good.
Yeah, so big up to them. Salute to Hakeem
Okay,
Green.
we got you.
Woo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know you had said it earlier, and I know your roots are in Puerto Rico. So what was that defining moment that you knew you wanted to be a musician?
like I said, when I wrote my first rhyme, when I wrote my first official verse when I was 14, and I went to older guys in my high school that rhymed and my neighbors, and I was like, "What do you think? What do you think about this?" I was really trying to see if it made the grade.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I was really trying and put an effort into it because this is something that I really wanted to do. I really wanted to be an MC. I was
Mm.
listening to groups like A Tribe Called Quest, and that had really inspired me to want to be like Fife Dog from A Tribe Called Quest, and the Foo Snickens.
Mm.
Just watching them.
Mike,
Uh,
excuse me. I'm sorry. We have to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, Mike, I'm sorry again. Go right ahead.
no, I was just saying, pretty much watching A Tribe Called Quest do it when I was 14, and when I
Mhm.
was in about ninth, 10th grade. That inspired me to want to do this hip hop thing.
Did you ever?
That I knew that I wanted to do it. I wanted to be a rapper. That's when I knew I wanted to be a MC.
So at that age, did you perform anywhere? Did you do anything in school? Like sometimes they have talent shows in school, or did you do things in the park? Because I know down at Washington Square, in New York, they used to have kids come down and do hip hop down in the park. Did you do any of that stuff?
No, actually, I didn't start performing live until I was about 19 years
Hello.
old when I went
Mhm.
to a hip hop freestyle contest thrown by
Mhm.
the Source locally here in Landover, Maryland. Um, but up until then, I was always freestyling. I was always
Okay.
freestyling. I was in the
Mhm.
hallways at school. I was wherever I went to parties, or when I met up with friends, I was always freestyling it and displaying my talent. You know what I mean? Performing my talent. But I
Mm-hmm.
never really actually got on a stage until I was about 19 or
Okay.
20,
Okay.
19, 20, and I went to a freestyle competition for the Source
Mm.
magazine. That was
So,
about
Mm.
1999.
okay. So, how do you approach writing your lyrics, or are they all freestyle? Do you have any specific rituals or processes you go through to get your head ready for writing lyrics?
It's funny you say that because everything we do is a ritual.
Mm.
Everything we do is a
Mm.
religious ritual.
Mm.
It's just a matter of if we're aware of it or not, if we're cognizant of it or not. I actually have my patterns and rituals that I do when I write. Usually, I partake in herbal essence,
Mhm.
Yes.
and I do my little thing, and or I don't drink anymore because I have diabetes.
Mm.
But I usually get a little intoxicated and I start to write, and I usually write about. We have this thing where you write in bars, and you write a
Mhm.
whole verse, and a
Mhm.
verse can consist of any number of bars, usually around 16 to 20 bars.
Mhm.
And a song consists of three 16-bar verses, or two 16-bar verses, or maybe two 20-bar verses.
Mhm.
And I'll write the song for like maybe up to like 8 bars, and then I'll come back to it and I'll add more bars to it until I get a whole verse. And then I'll come back and I'll write the second verse. So sometimes I'll get the whole thing done within a night, or sometimes it'll take me 2 weeks, so I'll just put it down and come back to it within a couple of months. It all depends on what the beat is if the beat is inspiring to me, or what mood I'm in, or what the subject is about.
Uh-huh. What subjects do you like to write about?
I
What
like to
what
write about
subjects inspires you the most?
freestyling. I like
Mhm.
freestyles. Freestyles are basically I mean, there's two type of freestyles. There's a freestyle where you perform lyrics off the top of your brain,
Mhm.
impromptu, and there's
Mhm.
also a freestyle where you write about any subjects. And I
Okay.
like freestyling where I write about any subjects, and Pretty much I do battle lyrics. I like to write braggadocious,
Mm-hmm.
battle lyrics about, I can do this, I got these rhymes, my rhymes are better than yours,
Mm-hmm.
I got your girlfriend, different stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just braggadocious, competitive stuff.
Is that
I
similar
like.
to what Nick
Okay.
Cannon show?
I'm sorry.
The Nick
Uh,
Cannon show.
Yeah, like that, like that,
Okay.
like that.
is there a song you've written that's especially meaningful to you?
Yes,
Um,
actually, there's a few songs that I have. One song that I did was called "The Mothership," which I dedicated to my mother, and it
Mm-hmm.
was talking about the relationship that we have, the love and dedication that we have to each other, the struggle that we've been through throughout the 46 years of my life, and how much she means to me, and how much we mean to each other. It's called
Mm-hmm.
"The
that's
Mothership."
awesome.
Yeah.
What is the
I've
name of that
also
song?
It's called "The Mothership." I've also made a song called "Sabor de Abuela," which is dedicated to
The
my
grandmother.
grandmother that passed away in 2020. Um,
Okay.
it was dedicated to her. Um, I have quite a few songs that I make special. So
That's what it
to go,
sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put a lot of
Mm-hmm.
meaning behind it.
And
yeah, my
sincerity.
uncle told me when I was younger that the more experience I have in life, the more things that I'll be able to write about, and he was exactly
Mm.
right about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, how do you feel about the evolution of hip hop and where do you see it heading in the next decade?
International. I see a lot more Latin music coming out. I see a lot more Afro beat coming out. I see
Mm-hmm.
it fusing with Afro beat and Latin music because it
Mm-hmm.
seems like Latin reggaeton and Latin music and Afro beat is taking over the world, and
Mm.
hip hop is going to be fused with that. There's going to be a lot more collaborations and a lot more fusion of those music.
So, I like the Afro beats. Tell the audience what the difference in Afro beat and trap music is.
Afrobeat is really kind of like it's a lot like it's a lot like dancehall reggae, but
Hmm.
it's got African rhythms. It's a lot like reggaeton and dancehall reggae, but it's got African rhythms. It's very fast paced. Trap music is a lot slower, even though it's a fast BPM. The rhythm
Hmm.
is a lot steadier and slower. Um, it's just a different rhythm to it. I can't really explain. It's just a different rhythm to it. Trap beats use a lot of 808s, drum patterns, 808 drum
Hmm.
instruments.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I really can't explain it too much. I really can't explain it too much. Afro beat is more exotic. I would say if you had a female dancer dancing to it, trap music would be more like down south, and you would see an exotic dancer dancing to some down south music or Miami bass, and say Afrobeat would be a woman who's more exotic, like overseas from Africa or Morocco, Morocco,
Yeah.
Nigeria, dancing like that in traditional garb. That's it's more like that. It's more exotic, more ethnic. You know.
All righty. Well, we'll finish when we come right back. We are we are back. We are back. All right. So, well, I hope you're feeling real comfortable with us right about now. We
I
want
am.
to good, good.
Oh.
So I would like to know how you balance authenticity in your lyrics with the pressure to make it a hit. I know that takes some really deep thinking and concentration on every single one that you do.
That's very simple. I use topics that are contemporary, and I use things that I can relate to that other people can relate to as well. That's how I connect with the audience.
That's good. That's good. So, what's your process for choosing your beats and your producers? Um,
It just gotta sound good to me. It just gotta sound good to me. It has to fit my sound. I have different sounds, like you said earlier. I do boom bap, which is the original East Coast, music that was started by artists like Tila Rock. I do the East Coast subway type of New York type of subway, in the park type of music. I do trap, which is more down south type of music. I do reggaeton. I do a lot of different stuff, and the music just has to be melodic, and it has to have good drums. It has to be melodic, and it has to have good drums. It has to carry me, and I have to be able to carry it.
Do you write some of your own? Do you do your own beats too and lyrics, or do you have?
Yes, I do. I do all my lyrics, and I do some of my own beats sometimes. Yes. Sometimes I've produced entire albums, like the Thundercats album. I produced that entirely myself. Thundercats mixtape, excuse me, which you can find at my website. Yeah.
Do you have a question, Gigi? Gigi?
Okay, I had to put myself on mute.
Do you have?
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So do you I heard you just say you did beats for Thundercats. Is that what you said?
Yeah, a Thundercats theme mixtape. I sampled the music from the Thundercats cartoon in 1984, and I created hip hop beats over it. And we rapped. Me and my friends had created songs that were themed after the Thundercats over the Thundercat theme music.
Okay, so when I watched the cartoon, that's something you produced that I hear?
No.
Oh,
what we did was our own. We did hip hop basically, where you take samples and you create your own music on an underground level. So we took the soundtrack music from the 1984 cartoon, and we created hip hop beats out of them, and we made our own songs that were themed towards Thundercats, but made it urban.
Oh, okay, I get it now. I just know a little bit about it because my son did a little bit of that when in the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in a lot of your music. I guess because it's different, it's urban, it's cultural, and I'd like to know where do you have like a station that's on tunes for iTunes or anything like that?
Yeah, you can look up Mic Mountain, and you can find me on iTunes. You can find me on Apple Music. You can find me on Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, Tidal, anywhere on all digital streaming platforms. Just look up Mic Mountain, Mic Mountain.
Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about your inspiration and influence. Which artists or albums have the biggest influence on your particular style, or was there one?
Always have and always will be Redman, Big Pun, the Boot Camp Clique, Wu-Tang Clan, De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest, the Hieroglyphics Crew, the Liquid Connection Family, so many artists that I, the Roots, so many different artists that is, I can't even name them all. The Beat Nuts, so many.
They're all great groups that you mentioned. So if you could collaborate with any artist, say dead or alive, I asked all, well, of course you can't collaborate with them dead, but if you could have, before they died, or anyone alive, who would that be?
I would
and
like
why?
I would like to collaborate with Redman. That's
Redman.
that's something on my bucket list.
Hmm.
That's something that I want to do. He knows about my music. He knows about my stuff. I've met him before. We've talked online. He shouted me out a few times, so he's very aware of my music. And I think that one day we might do something. I've accomplished a lot of my dreams that some dreams I've accomplished, some dreams I haven't. But I think this is one that is attainable. So I would like to work with Redman.
Is Redman aware that you would like to work with him?
Yes, he is actually. He is. He is.
Okay, I was about to say Redman. He wants
That's
to work with you. So
right.
make it happen, Redman. Okay.
Right, that's right.
Gigi.
I'm sorry, I have to keep on going on mute. Um, I I was trying to think of something else to ask you because you have a great portfolio here. There's so much information on you. Could you tell me a little bit about your cycle less of the beat nuts?
Psycho Les of the Beatnuts. Psycho Les is a legend, man. He's a legend. He's one half of the Beatnuts. He's a
Okay.
producer. Well, both of them are producers and DJs. Him and Juju, Junkyard Juju. They're both the members of the Beatnuts. Psycho Les is more of a animated. He's more of the animated of the two.
Uh-huh.
He's more fun. He just sounds more fun. He's more like Biz Markie of the two. He's just like he's very creative. He's very creative. He has his own niche. He has his own character. He has his
Mm-hmm.
own style.
You guys will take a quick break and we'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay. So he
All right. We are back. And what were you finished talking, Mike?
Oh yeah, I was.
Okay.
Psycho Les.
All right. So, if you could, which non-musical inspirations influence your music? Are there any books, movies, entertainers, anything like that influence your music?
That's a good question. Non-musical. I would say my brother A.A. Rashid, he's one of my peoples, but I've been following him for so many years before I actually got to know him. He taught me a lot about mysticism and Kabbalah and psychology and life itself. I'm down with him and his peoples. He's going to be on my next album called Mountain Dreams. Comes out next year between me and a producer named Seen the Dream. He's going to be featured on the album. And he has definitely inspired me. He's a part of the hip hop culture as well, but and he's actually an artist. So I don't know if that, but he's not known for being an artist. He's known for the books that he writes and the things that he says. So I don't know if that counts or not, but
Yeah, it does.
he definitely inspires me.
This is a real important question that, like, a lot of people may want to know, and that is, do you feel like there's a message or a theme that runs through your work that you're trying to get out to the community or your listeners in any kind of way?
Being authentic.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just being authentic. That's all I can say. Just be authentic. And I think I'm showing that by example, rather than vocalizing that actual message. I'm just exemplifying it.
Is your music like most of it clean without a lot of derogatory phrases and things like that in it?
No, it's not.
You're honest.
It's not for kids. It's not.
Okay. All right. Well, how do you feel about the current status or state of hip hop and the role that it plays in society today?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like how it reaches people all around the world. I like how the message that hip hop has reaches people around the world, but I don't like how it affects people in the United States. The radio and the mainstream has it so that we live in ignorant and that we are portraying an image, and it's perpetuating a mindset that is killing our people and keeping us enslaved within our own bondage, and I don't like it. I like how it inspires people around the world when they use conscious hip hop and lyrical hip hop, but I don't like the commercial mainstream stuff that's on now. I don't like that at all. Some of it I do, but the ignorant stuff I do not like. No, and I really don't like the way that a lot of males and females are being portrayed to exploit themselves, are being encouraged to exploit themselves and being paid to exploit themselves. I don't like that.
I appreciate your saying that. I feel the same way. There's so much positivity that could come from it, but when they do the exploitation and stuff like that, that is a negative influence for our younger people coming up behind you all. So, like Gigi and I said, we like your beats and your, lyrics and stuff like that. But when it comes to exploitation of women and men and us as an ethnicity, it's kind of sad to see that play out over the waves. What is your thoughts about how social media has influenced hip hop and the music industry today?
Social media has influenced hip hop in a lot of ways. I never really articulated that, so I can't explain it easily. I just know that it's changed life, period. In a bad way, in a good way, and in a bad way. I like the way that it gives artists a opportunities to promote ourselves and reach audiences that we were never able to reach before.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the bad things about it. The dangers that come from social media, the mind, the mental health problems that come from social media.
Right. I would
And
agree.
Right.
the physical dangers and crimes that come from social media. I don't like.
All right. And we have a few minutes left. I want to ask you, how do you balance your career with your personal life?
My career is my personal life.
Sounds like me.
Until I get married, until I have a girlfriend and get married, this is my personal life. This is my
Okay, ladies, do you have time for dating?
Yeah, I guess so. But I just gotta read I just want to meet the right one. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's
I
right.
agree.
I'm vetting. She has to have the right mind,
Mm-hmm.
as far as a good heart, and she has to be able to look out for. She has to have both of our best interests in mind, not just hers.
That's right. All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, Gab, with Golden Bronze. We're gonna go out with your music. It's a little different than we normally do. But before we do, I want to tell everybody that Gab with Golden Bronze sponsors Golden Swan Cadre, which is a 501c3 domestic nonprofit organization that advocates against domestic violence towards women. But we also advocate for women's health issues, including women's maternity health, mental health, self-care, and mindfulness. You can visit our website at www.goldenswancadre.com. You can donate there. You can donate on our chime, which is $ Golden Swan Cadre. Each beginning letter is capitalized. You can find us on Facebook, Golden Swan Cadre, and find the charity section. We have partnered with Facebook. We are part of their certified 501c3 nonprofit organizations. You can donate there, and you can do the same thing on Instagram. And you can find us at _the_official Golden Swan Cadre on Instagram and donate there. And I want to thank you all for joining us. Again, we're going to Bronze. We're going to go out with his music, and we appreciate you coming. Come by tomorrow. We'll have another super guest on tomorrow, also hip hop. All right. So we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, and join us again. Here we go.
Thank you, Mike.
Mic Mountain, da su afro-caribeño, un otro gran éxito.
Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, tengo los sabores de Piragua, de todos los colores de Piragua. Tú sabes cuando traigo el flow es Piragua.
Tenemos sabores, es triple Piragua, muchos colores, como las flores, fresca y variedad de montones. Got ice and I've flown it, with so many flavors that be on it. Passion fruit, mango cherry, you know that you want it. In so many colors, from red to blue to green to yellow. Mi favorito, helado, es piña, mixed like con el hielo. It's so refreshing, thirst quenching, and so cold. On hot summer days, we straight chillin', that's how we go.
Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, tengo los sabores de Piragua, de todos los colores de Piragua. Tú sabes cuando traigo el flow es Piragua. Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, si traigo los colores de Piragua, de los sabores de Piragua. Tú sabes cuando traigo el flow Piragua.
Dime qué quiere, tenemos todo lo que necesite. This for the calle, or when you lounging on them beaches. El piragüero, he comes around in this season. Cualquier razones, you can have the street for any reason. Mix the coco with the mantecado, el respaldo granizado, como sea que lo